Chris. In this video I'm going to show you how to remove the inside trim on a MK8 GTI. We're going to do this to remove the spoiler cap, but if you're installing a dash cam or something and you're putting a rear camera in, this might also be helpful to get your camera here and put your wiring through. First thing you want to do is take the parcel shelf off. I just have it sitting here to cover the stuff that's in the trunk. We got the two nubs that hold that on. Make sure you pull that cord off. You don't want to break those, they're pretty fragile. Only thing I need is, again, a T25 and then panel trim tools. We're going to start with the center section here. This is all panel clips. Once you get the clips off that go into the hatch itself, this piece is clipped into the two sides, so you got to kind of pull it a little bit down and out, and you'll see we got a tab on each end that holds it in there, and then the metal spring panel clips that go into the actual sheet metal. The next thing we can remove is the two side pieces, and then we'll pull the big one. These side pieces, again, are just panel clips. So on this piece, you'll see I yanked it out. We did lose a clip in there, so I'll show you how to take that out. But you got two spring clips. On the bottom, we got two tabs that slide in there into this panel. Up front, there's nothing there because it's already removed from that center piece. So to get the clip out of there, if you can fit a tool in there like this, this is usually helpful. You can get under it and kind of pry it out. If you can't, this is kind of in a tight spot. I'm going to use needle nose. We get our clip out, and you can just stick that back in the piece of trim. So these just slide into that. And these do fall out all the time. We'll repeat on the other side here. So again, I'm gonna try to get the first clip out that's here, and then the second one, I'm gonna pull in a little bit of wiggling. As you pull this down, you'll see that separate because we gotta get those tabs out. And then our clip stayed in there again. Because this is slotted in that direction, I think it's probably best to allow that to come out so that you're not breaking these when you pull the other rear clip out. Last panel is the big one. We got two screws here, and then there's also two up in the grab handle area. They're all T25s. I already had a couple panel clips that popped when I was pulling the rest of this off. If you don't, usually this is going to still sit there. You can use a pry tool to get in there, or use your fingers to pull a corner. If you can get the rear clips off, that's easiest to do first. Then you have a little more room to start pulling them down. You want to reach your hand in there and try to pull down from where the clip is so that you're not potentially stressing the inside part, because that could discolor it. With that panel, you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4 along the back, 2 in the center, 2 up front there. This one does have a couple broken tabs. It looks like when the lights were replaced, they might have been snapped. You have some tabs that would be along the front here that go into these sheet metal tabs, and that's why you want to pull this, release the back edge, and then kind of push it forward to release that front. If they break, it's not a big deal. These will still slide into there, so that'll be fine. And then we'll just check for the clips that came out. It looks like I only lost one here. I'm gonna remove the bolts that hold the spoiler cap on now. We have 4 across the top here, and then 1 under this plug. They're all 10mm. These you wanna be careful. If you drop it in here, it's a lot harder to get out of there, so go slow. They do seem to stay on there. I'll use a magnet tool to kind of pick them off. Next, we got a T25 on the 2 corners. This is going to hold the edge of the spoiler cap on. Next, I'm going to remove this harness here. This goes up into the spoiler cap. The connections are here, so it's easier to do this before we take the spoiler cap off. We'll kind of feed this back in so you can pull it from above. So we have the washer line here. This black clip slides that way, and then you can pull that off. So we want to trace this. This is what's going to come out with the spoiler cap. That all stays together. So we're going to trace that line. You'll see we only have one connector that goes into it. This is for the third brake light. So it's the orange loom that comes in and then white going in. So that's the connector we want to release. This one has a tab that pulls back and then you can slide the clip out. This is just has some of these clips on it for the loom. Pry tool. It's the easiest way to get these out. And I'm just going to tuck this up in this cavity. We're going to pull this off with the spoiler cap. There's a grommet on the other side, so I'll show you that. We have a bunch of clips that run across this. We're going to pull up on the rear edge here. Once that partially pops, you can get your hand under there and just gently push it up. So you only have a little bit of slack here, but if you pull this grommet, that loom that we already released is ready to go. Here's a better shot. So we got our bolted on pieces, and then we got the one in the center. The rest of this is just clips, all these white tabs. Then you got 2 pins. Those just help with alignment. You'll see our loom that came out. Now we got this ready to go.